So, today's going to be a fun chill day. Gotta play some Animal Crossing. I got a very flat and barren, flat and barren island. I've been wanting to properly design it for a while now, but I just never have. So, hopefully we can get maybe a good start. Maybe, I don't know. Before we do kick things off, I do want to say thank you due to of how that there are behind the scenes stuff that has happened. I want to say thank you to Jenny Leatherface for following my Twitch channel, which was approximately, I think it shows yesterday. So thank you so much for following. And then for the YouTube channel, thank you for all the people who have subscribed to that as well. A strong 6 people. Woo. But I was fortunate enough to have someone to find the VOD that I posted of the Pokemon stream from Tuesday, and they reached out to me and they're wanting to give me some codes to rent some teams to use for next Tuesday already. So I'm actually kind of excited for that one. But yeah, I mean, huge thank you for basically a great start, because as those of you who tuned in on Tuesday, you knew that I haven't played, sorry, I haven't streamed in a while, and I want to say thank you to Zai. I'm not gonna say your real name just in case if you don't want me to say your real name, but thank you, Zai, for following. You are absolutely beautiful. And then let's put that over there. I'm gonna change my TV input so that I can actually play the game. And then for right now, I'll have it on this, which, give it a second, the monitor should pop up in just a second. It's saying no signal detected on my TV. That's not good. Okay, there we go. That works. Just spam the chat if there's like any volume that I need to adjust, or the stream for some reason not performing well. Either one. Yes, just spam the chat with the word spam. That would be absolutely beautiful. Spam the chat with love. Isabel, you never have any news. Okay, so I haven't played Animal Crossing, I think, in a week and a half. And before that, it was like two months, almost 2.5. So things are just gonna not look good. And I don't have that many bells to begin with anyway, which sucks because I kind of need that in order to do certain whatever things that I decide to do. Looks like we got something in the mail. I don't remember that, but I'm just gonna put it in my storage really quick. I will give everyone a quick tour of the island really quick, which again, it's very barren, so there's not much to begin with anyway. This is my house, which I still need to pay off the debt on. I think I'm on the last part of that. So this is the main area, which will be changed. I just don't know when. And then over here is the only room that is actually properly done, which is my favorite. Just a nice little cozy area. TV up there. I think there's a fan. Yeah, there's a fan up there. So yeah, this is basically like the only room that is actually designed and developed. The rest of the house is nothing. If you need bells, I can come to your island and give you some. I'm kind of done with the game, so I don't need them. Oh, that would actually be very fantastic. If you're wanting to, I'm not going to force you, but that would be fantastic if you could. Here's the bedroom, which I definitely want to change. But I think for right now it's fine. And then the other rooms are just completely empty. The upstairs and the downstairs have absolutely nothing. And then this room over here has like, I think it has only one wall panel. Just one wall panel. Oh, apparently some turnips. Didn't know that. But yeah, only one wall panel. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the house. For my villagers, I like most of them. There's some that, not necessarily that I don't like, but just don't really have a huge bonding connection with. Let's see, map. Where's the map? Here is Jacques, and then Matilda, Flo. Flo is one of my favorites. And then I keep pronouncing his name as Bao, but I know it's Bo. My Switch is dead, so I'll be a bit with the bells. Hey man, go ahead, take your time. And then I have Gwen, which when I got Gwen, I was so happy. She's absolutely amazing. And then Zell, Molly, Naomi, which I didn't like her at first, but she kind of rubbed off on me. Rory is eh, and then I like Gonzo. Gonzo's nice. Realistically, the only one that I'm just like in with is Rory. I do like the rest. The funny thing with Zell though is that I had Zell at first, and then he left, and then I acquired him back after the villager that I hated the most left. And then I forget which other villager left to where I got Rory, but I know I didn't like the other one. But my goal is to, at some point, maybe get half of my villagers to be penguins, because I just love the penguin villagers. Here, let's show the island really quick. There's only realistically one area of the island that's actually built. So the reason why there's spots here is because there used to be a lot of trees. There used to be a lot of water too, until I got rid of it because wanting to build on a blank slate and then build around it. See, let's pick that up, and I'm just gonna save it. I know how I can plant it, but I don't want to deal with that. Ooh, there's some weeds. Oh, there's Gulliver over there. Then oh, I didn't read that correctly. Oop. I know on the schedule it says that this is a 3-hour stream. It might be cut down. That, or we will only be doing this for so much, and then that's when I'm just gonna play another game, to be completely honest. Because at first I was excited about doing this, but then like last minute I'm just like, I don't know. Let's. Aw. Hey Flo. Okay. So these are their houses here. I was trying to make like backyards with them, for them, with the fencing, and I put flowers in there. And here's town hall. A lot more houses. Yeah, like it's just basically blank, to be completely honest. And the only built part is this up here. So the stores are here, which I know I definitely want to move the stores. I think I'm going to move them on the highest area so that they're connected to the museum in some way. So that like all the stuff that makes the island more of a community in town, it's all in one area. And possibly have the houses all on one side, and then maybe having like the rest of the big open area of the island be filled with a bunch of creative stuff that hopefully me or you guys can think of. So you go over here. There used to be a bridge right here with water, but this is the most built area right here. There's a lot of trees. A lot of trees. So yeah, this is basically the museum area. Nice fountain, and the museum up here. How many fossils did I get? I got 3 of the 4. Okay. Let's give what's his face not only the bug, but assess the fossils. Oh, speaking of fossils, I actually was able to assess every fossil in the game when I decided to play the one time a week and a half ago. So I don't have any more fossils that I need to collect. So what I just basically do is assess them and then sell them to get more bells at this point. I know I can use them as ways to build more stuff, but I think the only thing I can do right now is a fossil plaque or something like that along those lines. Oh, and I know that they finally introduced swimming and diving, which I only tested out the one time. Which is fine. I mean, I'm glad that they actually put it in, because I know that was one example that a lot of Animal Crossing fans were complaining about not being in the game. Which, of course, I knew they would add it. I think they're just wanting to, like, have everything built and progressed. And then let's actually sell the probably 10 bells worth of spoiled turnips. Oh, yo. I really like this. How much is this? An Imperial chest. How much is it? 9,300. Well, hello there, Xavier, who was just literally next to me and behind me. I'm gonna buy that. And how much is this kiddie pool? Oh, that's not too much. I'll buy it. Why not? Why not just buy it? I'm gonna switch to the chat and monitor. Okay. What do they have in stock today? More specifically for the wetsuits. The wetsuit is just whatever. Oh yeah, so that's the only way to actually swim and dive in the game, is to have a wetsuit. I don't know if it was like that in the prior. I've never played Animal Crossing in my entire life. This is my first. My first game in the series to play. I did technically buy New Leaf, but it was like not even at the tail end. It was past the tail end of the popularity of it, so no one was playing it. So I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna put it off to the side and wait for the new game, which of course took years to actually happen. Yeah, it took years to actually happen, because they came out with Pocket Camp first. So Pocket Camp is technically the first Animal Crossing game that I played, technically. Which I liked Pocket Camp at first, but I just kind of burnt myself out with it because there wasn't really much to do in the beginning. And shocker, as soon as I left, that's when they decided to actually put more content into the game. And then I was just like, as much as I would get back into it, I'm just whatever. Like, again, I just burned myself out with it. Oh yeah, the highest level of the area of the island is just filled with a bunch of fruit trees as well. So you guys have basically seen everything. I don't know if there's anything you guys have in mind of what I can do on the island to make it, well, more presentable. I know I definitely want to move the shop. Sorry, the shops, both the clothing store and the Nook store, the Nook's Cranny, maybe on the top level, so that again it's connected to the museum in some way, or maybe open this part up even more and move them up here. I know the camp area, I want the camp area to be like, not necessarily next to it, but like relative near the area. And then for the the villagers, their houses, again, I was thinking of maybe putting it all on one side and then have one big open area that's filled with a bunch of other stuff to build out the island. You know what, screw it, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do this. Where is... Okay, so... let's do this. Island designer. Start construction. Getting permission. App is ready. There we go. And what's the button again? No, that's not it. Is this the button? Is that the button? I don't. I don't remember what the button is. It's definitely not that. What is the button to do? There it is. I couldn't remember. I haven't done this in so long. Okay, so let's build this up here. How is everyone's Thursday? I hope it's good. For me, the only thing I've done is woke up, eat, work. Sorry, not work. Apply for jobs so that I can work. And I also was working on a thing on Photoshop literally 10 minutes before the stream started, which was a lot of fun. For those of you who don't know, I know that some of you know, but not all of you, I like to make the playlist covers for my monthly Spotify playlists, because it allows me to not only work more on Photoshop, but also have some pretty visual for the playlist itself. For this month, obviously I'm working on July's cover, which is looking really good. I was trying my best so that it didn't have the color blue in it, which of course it still has the color blue in it, but just not as much as previous months, because for some reason I keep putting a lot of blue into my playlist covers every month. I am hoping to actually finally get a Fiverr page together so that I can maybe make album covers for people. I don't know. Real World Gamer, for the most part, it was not bad. A plush I commissioned was apparently delivered on Monday, but I didn't get it, so that sucks, but everything else is good. So, wait, so like, did it get lost in the mail or something? Is that what's happening? Who knows? Wow. Which service was it going through? Is it going through the Postal Service, UPS? Postal Service. Yeah, knowing the Postal Service, they probably lost it. As much as I don't want to say that. They probably did. I'll just put these back in the house for now. I'll actually take the signs too. And put those back in the house. I know there's another sign somewhere. Apparently not. Okay. I'll just cry about it. No, please, don't cry. Well, I mean, crying is scientifically very healthy to do, actually. So, cry, I guess. I don't know. It's complicated, and I don't like typing, so I don't really want to get into it. Hey, man, that's completely fine. I'm just taking interest. And let's get all of this fencing out of here, which would be great because I'll admit it was kind of hard to maneuver around it before. Okay, so I'm gonna put all these things into storage really quick, but I'm also gonna grab some fruit so that I can move some trees around too, so that I don't have to worry about that later. Boop, and then screw it, let's put that in storage too. That in storage, that in storage, 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 and storage. I don't need my customization kits right now. I'll keep the medicine just in case. Materials, definitely need materials. So for right now, I'll just move these over here. Actually, no, I'll just do it like this. What am I doing? Let's do this. Boop, and boop. There we go. And let's grab some fruit really quick. Which button? No, that's the light. Storage? Storage. Okay, so let's get some fruit really quick. I have not necessarily a lot of stuff, but I do have quite a bit. Move the pockets, move the pockets, move the pockets. I'll get 5 things of apples, just in case if I need to move around trees a lot. And I see that there are 7 viewers right now, so I just want to say thank you to all 7 of you for joining the stream and enjoying this probably very boring commentary to a very chill game. What was I gonna do again? Yes, I'm gonna go up here. Let's go up here. Maybe actually, yeah, let's move that more forward. Not boring, just relaxed. Good. I'm glad. Oh yeah, yesterday I worked on a new social post that I'll post into Facebook groups, so that I can properly advertise. Hi, random people. I am streaming if you want to watch, and that type of stuff. And I also worked on a actually good end card for the YouTube channel as well, because problem before was that I just slapped something together because I completely forgot about it when I put up the VOD for the Pokemon stream. So I made a proper one now. And I've been trying to think of ideas that I can do for the YouTube channel as well, which I think I've come up with some pretty good ideas. I just need to try to figure out how exactly I'm going to format them. Like for example, I was telling did you make a Twitter for your streams and YouTube? So I technically do have a Twitter, but I just don't understand Twitter. I just don't understand how to use it, which I know sounds weird that someone doesn't know how to use Twitter. I just feel like you have to dump a lot of attention into Twitter in order to have like a proper thing going on, if that makes sense. It's like Facebook, but not. Eh. I don't know. I just feel like with Facebook, I don't really have to, which I know makes me sound lazy by saying this, but with Facebook, I don't have to like be very attentive. Whereas every single time I'm on Twitter, I feel like I always have to be. And of course, what I have understood is that, like on Twitter, it's definitely more sociable. There we go. Compared to Facebook, but that's the thing. Like, I have no one to like really interact with on Twitter, so it's just, I don't know. I'll manage your Twitter for a 2% cut of the profits. I'll think about that. I will think about that. Put there and there. But yeah. For right now, I'm just gonna focus on. Even though that I haven't done it yet, I'm just gonna focus on the community tab on my YouTube, and as well as Instagram, because again I do stuff on Photoshop, and I just feel like that's a proper platform to share off that stuff. But of course, if people follow me on Instagram, I'll do a quick story saying, hey, I'm on, and whatnot. Why did that happen? There we go. So, it is what it is. Okay, so we're getting way too close to this building here. But I think I pushed it forward enough. I think this looks fine. Boop. I will say this though, I might change the schedule for the Twitch channel for the Thursdays, because I don't know if I would be up to streaming this every Thursday. So Thursdays maybe that weird day where that it's kind of a mixture of Tuesday and Saturdays, meaning that it can either be a ranked Pokemon day like Tuesday, or if I feel like playing something random, do that for Saturdays, and maybe do some stuff behind the scenes on Animal Crossing, and then like give periodic updates here and there, maybe. And of course, for those periodic updates, I would work on the island for like 2 or 3 hours or something like that. I'm just still trying to figure out, like, not just logistics, but just exactly what I want to do on here. You ever think about streaming your Photoshop work? I mean, I always do. I just find that every single time I did it, back when I was streaming all those months ago, and when I mean all those months ago, I mean all those months ago, when I did it, didn't really get much attention. It just seemed like people didn't really care about that. But I mean, if that's something you guys would like to see, then like I will highly consider it for sure. Because I got no problem of like live streaming the stuff that I do on Photoshop. Give me 1 second. For some reason, my computer just acted weird. Epic Launcher prerequisites. What? I don't know what the Epic Game Launcher was doing, but it wanted to do something. Okay, let's switch back to the TV. If anything, you can always test the waters with a day. You don't know what to see. Stream. I mean, I completely agree with you. 100% agree. What I do know is I've been trying to come up with as many ideas as possible for the YouTube end of things. I really like those. Well, not really like. It's because when I say really like, I feel that means that I watch them on a daily, which I don't, but whenever it does pop up on my recommendation, for example, I watch them. I was talking to T-Rex about this last night. Maybe doing YouTube videos where that like I'm comedically, but both comedically and subjectively analyzing games that I have recently bought, which would allow me to like be more diverse and not only play games that I never thought I would ever play, whether I do or don't enjoy it, but also live stream those games as well. That's one idea I had. Another idea is that it would be kind of like not exactly game news, but like news-ish. I don't know. I just got a lot of ideas to consider of what exactly I'm wanting to do for not only the channel but the brand becoming a YouTube Games Journal. Well, I mean that's the thing. You personally know me. All I do is keep talking about games and the climate of the industry, so it's like, why not just discuss those things, but just in my own way. I mean, I've been told for, I would say 5 years now, yo dude, I would sit down and listen to you complain about a video game any day, and it's like, oh, okay, cool. People actually saying that I should have a talk show or something, which of course I tried podcasting, which was fun when I did it. Just sucked at it. Just didn't happen anymore. Wait, no, what am I doing? Build that up. There we go. But again, it is what it is. All of this is just really becoming a testing the waters ordeal. I know one thing I really do want to focus on a lot is Pokemon. Even though that Pokemon is really frustrating the hell out of me right now with the approach of the franchise, and as well as specifically the Pokemon company and Game Freak, of just how they're presently handling things. I'm not a big fan of it, but I still do have a love for the franchise nonetheless, and I do enjoy it. Wait, why did I build that if I was gonna push it back? God, I'm dumb. Give me a second. They just need to make the next game good, and I'll be back into it, to be honest. I mean, it's completely fair, because the problem with Sword and Shield isn't the fact that they lied about the no, sorry. I am mad that they lied about the reasons of why they decided to cut the national decks. Because there weren't high quality animations at all, at least not to the extent that they presented that statement. The biggest problem with Pokemon Sword and Shield is that it had a very lackluster story. It was practically non-existent. Kind of like Gen 1, but like even Gen 1 had more of a story compared to Sword and Shield. And there's just not much content. There was just no content whatsoever. And I get that there are people who don't want a story, but that's the thing, like, if you're gonna create a whole new region, I would love to know more about that region. Whether the story actually involves your character and the people around your character, or just all the people who live in the region. Either way, like Galar, for example, I was like, yo, a region based off of England, that's actually really cool. And then they influenced all these little subtleties that made it feel like you're in a UK style region for Pokemon. But at the end of the day, they didn't even scratch the surface of what Galar has to offer as a region. That's the biggest problem. That's the particular kind of story that I'm talking about. But my biggest pet peeve with Pokemon Sword and Shield is that there's just no content. The content doesn't exist at all. Like, they gave hints about there being side quests, and there weren't that really any. The curry stuff is a fun, cute little feature, but I would have wanted to stick with, like, the Pokemon-ame. Honestly, I never cared about the story in Pokemon, but I like the way they handle something. Like, the story happens to people around you while you focus on the league. When you become champion, it becomes your problem. And it's like a post-game story. But, like, that's the thing. So, I had no problem with people doing things around you while you focused becoming on champion. But the biggest problem with that, though, is I didn't care about Leon. I didn't care about Sonia. I didn't care about anyone in those games. Like, even Marnie. I didn't even care about Marnie. I remember how everyone was so hyped about Marnie as a character because of how they presented her. And what is she realistically in the whole game? Nothing. She's just an empty vessel of a character that's just there. She's just there to be your, quote, rival, unquote, even though that you only fight her like 2 or 3 times. See, I want to like Sonia, but I can't. And the reason why I can't is because I didn't have actual genuine moments and connections with that character to even care. Like, again, I got no problem if their goal for the story was, oh, your character just focuses on the league while everyone does everything else around you. But at the same time, if I'm not involved, I can't have an actual relationship with that character and actually feel something, you know what I mean? Like, they're just there. They exist. Is that why you're friends with me? Is that why you're friends with me? Because of the red hair that I have? The natural gingerness? Maybe. I would say the only pure positives about Pokemon Sword and Shield is the accessibility to becoming a competitive player within the game. The Pokemon designs, I don't care what anybody says, I think the Pokemon designs were actually phenomenal for this generation. The music, I wouldn't say is a key highlighted feature, but it is good nonetheless. And that's realistically it. Like, those are my only again, this is objectively my opinion about the positives for Pokemon Sword and Shield. It's super boring because of the national dex cut. There's no variety of Pokemon that you can do when you play competitive Pokemon. That's the problem. And that's why frickin' X and Y did it better, because first of all, Megas. I don't know why they decided to scrap Megas, but I thought that was the best gimmick that they've offered so far. And not just that, X and Y didn't have a national dex cut. People were able to use what they wanted to use. Oh, that is actually one idea that I had for potentially a YouTube video, actually, while we're talking about the Pokemon designs. With the Pokemon designs, I had an idea of like it's a mixture of a test of me trying to see if I remember what Pokemon is what. And if I don't remember them as a Pokemon for some reason, I would take them and then I would do a tier list. So like it's part like me playing a game, a quiz game of testing my knowledge of Pokemon, but also doing a tier list at the end and like rating those Pokemon designs that I do not remember whatsoever. Boop, boop. I personally liked Megas. That's just me. The only thing that I really hated was Z Crystals. I think Z Crystals was the dumbest thing that they've done. Exactly, a forgettable Pokemon tier list, which proves the reason why there was a national dex cut. But yeah, I just hated the Z Crystals. The Z Crystals were so dumb. So here's the thing, I don't actively have Victini in the front of my mind, but if you say Victini, I can easily picture what Pokemon you're talking about. So it's memorable at that point. Actually, to be honest, if you show me a picture of Victini, I would probably actually say, hey, that's Victini. I can't. But would that be a YouTube video that you guys would like to see, where that's a combination of me doing like a quiz to see if I remember that Pokemon correctly, and of course if I don't, then that's when I do a forgettable Pokemon tier list. I know the name now because I kept forgetting it, but I had to look it up to make sure I was right. It's fair, it's fair. Sure. Okay. I will put that on the planner. The plan to do list. Is this mosquito following me? I think it's following me. If that's the case, that's actually really cool. Wow, it's actually following me. Huh. Come here. There we go. You watch that tier list? Okay, cool. Again, I'll put that in the list of to do. Mosquito. I don't know if I've given... I'm already forgetting his name. The museum owl. It's gonna make me feel so bad and dumb. I'm already forgetting his name for the life of me. I was about to say Rowlet, and I'm like, no, that's Pokemon. Don't even... Blathers, that's it. It's Blathers. Honestly, I don't like Mega because it's only for a handful of Pokemon. If every Pokemon had one, it would... I would like it a lot more, but instead it's used to make a select few bad Pokemon usable and popular Pokemon better. Yeah, like that's the only downside with Megas, is the fact that it's only to focus on Pokemon that aren't that popular and need a buff, and Pokemon that are popular. But that just makes sense. It's a double-sided coin, a double-edged sword. For that particular kind of gimmick. But when it comes to the competitive side of things, I just think it's a lot better compared to Dynamax and Gigantamax. Like if I was like if Game Freak came to me and said, "Hey, for some reason we actually care about your opinion. Which would you want, Megas or Dynamax/Gigantamax?" And then I would just be like, Megas. Like, no hesitation. I don't know. Also, Megas were completely broken and fucked up competitive so much, a bunch of them had to be banned. Realistically, the only one that actually needed to be banned was Rayquaza, I thought. I thought Rayquaza was the only one that needed to be banned. But the rest were usable, I thought. Or I could be remembering that terribly. I don't think Kangaskhan was banned, because I remember people using it. And I'm glad that frickin' Kangaskhan got its time to shine in competitive, because that's just me. I forgot I need to make a... Was it a net? Yes, a net. I need to make a net. No, don't turn off the light. You are right with that, in my opinion. D-Max is good to spice up casual, and Mega adds a lot of strats to comp. Yeah. Like, as a casual thing, I would definitely go for Dynamax. Yeah. Dynamax. There we go. But for competitive, I personally prefer Megas. Yeah, I know for Smogon, like, a lot of them were banned, but for actual VGC, I don't think that many were banned. I don't remember Kangaskhan being banned at all for VGC, because I remember that in, I think, 2017. I saw people using it. Unless if I'm living in a Mandela effect right now. Keep crafting. And then... I know for... In my list of what I think they need to focus on the most for the next Pokemon game, for the next gen mainline Pokemon game, are specifically two things. A lot more content. Like, at this point, I don't care about graphics for Pokemon, because I know we will never have good graphics for the mainline series, period. Because Game Freak in general just obviously doesn't know how to do it, which is fine. But it's just gotten, it's just gotten to the point where I just don't care to see graphics. But I would say the two things that the next mainline Pokemon game really need to do is more content and much better animations for not the moves. The moves are fine for the animations. My biggest problem is the animations of the Pokemon when they get attacked and while they're out there and idle. Those animations really need to be not only updated but added upon, like really added upon. VGC only said you can't have legendaries, but they changed that to where you can have 2, but you have to be able to catch them in game. Yeah, that sounds about right. Just make the next game 2D so we can have all the Pokemon again. I mean, to be honest, at this point, I would totally agree. I just don't want them to be pixelated, which I know that's the iconic look for Pokemon, but I would rather just like have actual high-quality 2D designs and animations if they went back to 2D. If they made the next game 2D again, though, I'm willing to bet there'd be hysteria. Oh, there would definitely be hysteria, which is funny because the people who would have hysteria are the ones who complain about Pokemon going 3D to begin with anyway, and then once it goes back to 2D, getting what they actually wanted in the back of their minds, they're just gonna be like, no, 3D because I want to complain. like that's what they really do. It's actually kind of annoying. If people defend not having all the Pokemon, then they shouldn't have an issue with going back to 2D, not 2D. Yeah, I kind of agree with that one. I agree with that one. Overworld could be 3D, and battles could be nice looking non-pixel sprites. Yes, I agree. To be honest, even though that I know nothing about coding and all that other stuff, low-key for the past year and a half, 2 years, I'm just like, I just want to make my own Pokemon fan game. A ROM hack. And just call it a day. Be like, I'm going to make a Pokemon game that I actually enjoy. And then move on. Just play Temtem. I want to. But that costs money. I need a job. I really need a job. But that's up to the employers to hire me. I'll be your sugar daddy. Hey man, if you want to gift me Temtem, that's on you. I'm not gonna say do it. If you do it, the only thing you're gonna get out of me is thank you. And that's, I appreciate it, and that's it. I don't like the Temtem creature designs, so I don't want to play it. I think some of them are okay. It's just not the iconic Pokemon design philosophy. Oh, I will say this though. I don't know if you guys watch. I'm already forgetting his name. Noggin on YouTube. I personally like his content when it comes to Pokemon, but he just recently had a video discussing on Pokemon starters that he would love to have within a region that he has an idea for. And he shared the starters, and not only are the designs freaking amazing, I'm just sitting there saying to myself, this is already better than the designs that we had for than Gen 8s for the starters. More specifically, Gen 5s. Gen 5's designs for the starters are not my favorite at all. Hit or miss. I like the first stage of the starters, and then for the second stage, I like the grass. And then for the third, I like the fire. That's it. Five is black and white, which had Snivy, Tepig, and Oshawott. I will say this though, there are Pokemon that I am now realizing that are from Gen 5, and I'm just like, I refuse to say that Gen 5 had actually good designed Pokemon, but at the same time, I can't refute it. So, the first stage for Tepig was okay. Well, sorry, the Tepig line in general. Yeah, exactly. That's a good example. Emolga is from Gen 5, which I keep forgetting. And it's an actual good design, and I don't want to acknowledge that that Gen 5 had good designed Pokemon. Yeah, I think this would be nice. And then have one store here, then another store over here. Oh, and I could put houses on this higher level. Some, not all of them, but some. That would actually be a good idea. Thoughts. What were thoughts I was having? Yeah, so for Gen 5, for the starters, Tepig's line was alright. It was... The final design is okay. It's not the best. It's okay. But I would say the most consistent one was definitely Snivy's, which basically became a much longer snake. Which is fine. But the one I wanted to love, because I just loved the first and the second stage forms for Oshawott. I just loved the first and the second stage forms. But God, that last one made me want to lose my mind. It's funny how that we're talking about Pokemon in a stream for Animal Crossing. It's too different. That's the problem. Like, when I look at it, I don't I don't think, oh, that's the final evolved form of Oshawott. I just say, oh, that's a thing. It does kind of look like a Digimon. You're right. I never thought about it like that, but it kind of does. Digimon, digital monster. That's a franchise that's still going around. Oh, just give it a second form, Jorts. Did anyone watch the Nintendo Direct Mini for the Partners Showcase? No? Can I talk about it really quick? It's because I would love to talk about it really quick. Because I have a lot of thoughts about it. So, I'm glad that they finally did a, quote, Nintendo Direct, even though that it's realistically not a Nintendo Direct, it's just a partner showcase, which that's what they should have said. They shouldn't have labeled it as a Direct. Because once they did that, a lot of people expected way too much. Like, oh, Mario remasters are finally going to be announced. No, they've already said it's a partner showcase. So meaning it's going to be third-party games. No announcements about Mario. No announcements about first-party Nintendo games. Whether they're at the AAA level or the indie level, doesn't matter. It wasn't going to be anything Nintendo-related. It's just third-party companies who want to show off what they have. And they already said, too, it's going to be 10 minutes. It's not going to be long. The thing that I hate was that they said it was 10 minutes, but it was 8. And yes, that knocks off a point for me because a whole 2 minutes makes a difference. They should have just added in one more announcement for something. I have fan speculation, just fans getting themselves mad. Yeah. But they shouldn't have called it a Nintendo Direct. That was the first big problem. They should have just called it the partner showcase. But for the actual games that were announced, I will admit, I don't remember any of them, except for the last 2. Because the last 2 were realistically the only ones that actually mattered. And I'm not saying that because I'm a fan of the series. I'm only saying that because it's the truth. For everyone that knows, I love Persona. I love the Persona series. I really do. But have I ever played Shin Megami Tensei? No, I've only played one Shin Megami Tensei game in my entire life. And I don't even remember which one that was, which says a lot. But Atlus decided to announce, hey, we're doing a complete HD remaster of Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne. And then they showed off of what it looks, what little stuff that they're going to add. And I just sat there and I said, I have seen the game. I've never played the game. But I'm glad that they're doing a remaster for it because I don't care if I don't have a job when they release it, which, by the way, spring 2021, I will get it. It was a game that they presented very well. And from what I've heard, it's a cult classic that definitely needs a lot more attention. Yes, that is exactly why you have been seeing a lot of SMT stuff. And then shortly after that, Atlus decided to announce, hey, remember Shin Megami Tensei 5 that we announced for the Switch 2 months before the Switch came out? 3 years ago. Here's a new trailer, finally, 3 years later. Which the trailer itself was okay. It was fine. I think they could have shown a bit more. But the thing is, I think the reason why they didn't show as much as they probably should is because I don't think the game is near completion. And it sucks because they're like, it's coming out. Gee, Billy, 2 games? Yeah. They announced that Shin Megami Tensei 5 is for 2021. But the problem with Atlus is when they give a general year, not a time window of that year, more chances than not, it's going to be delayed again. Which is fine. But I don't think it's coming out 2021. If it does, then please make a clip of me saying this and post it wherever you want to post it and be like, hey, you were wrong, you dummy. But I don't think it's coming out 2021 because they didn't give a time window of 2021, which, again, when Atlus does that, that means it's most likely going to be delayed because they're not as close to the end of development. But also at the same time, the trailer itself, even though that it was very cool to watch, it didn't really present anything of what exactly the game is. So I personally think that they're still far away from the end of the development of the game. I personally see a 2022 release, personally. And I'm glad that they showed those 2 games off, because those were really the only 2 games in the whole partner showcase that were worth talking about. But here's also a bit of my beef. Again, it was an 8-minute presentation, not 10-minute. Which I know sounds very whiny when I say that, but 2 minutes really makes a huge difference, because 2 minutes can fit one more game in. And I think there was one more game, which was another Atlas game. And that one other Atlas game that I'm talking about is the true sequel to Persona 5, aka Persona 5 Scramble. Which, of course, people in Japan have been able to play for the past 5 months now, but there's still no Western release date. And it's weird of how that there's no Western release date. And again, it's already been 5 months. And the game has been getting praise. Like, they're saying the gameplay itself is phenomenal. And not just that, if you are a fan of not only the Persona series, but more specifically fans of Persona 5, you would definitely want to get Persona 5 Scramble, because it is a true sequel, according to not only reviewers, but the players. So I think there was one more game, and that one more game was Persona 5 Scramble, but Atlas decided to, like, cut that back. Potentially, maybe. I don't know. It's just weird and odd. And yeah, those are my thoughts on the new Nintendo Showcase. And I'm not kidding when I say this, I don't remember the other games that they announced. I really don't. Like I was low-key excited. I didn't have expectations, but I was low-key excited. And then when the SMT stuff happened, I was like, oh my god, SMT. And then I didn't remember anything else. And I still don't even remember what the other games were that were announced. Which is really sad. No. Sorry. Another one that they announced involved a rhythm... Chase, you'll know what I'm talking about. That one rhythm game where that you're bouncing around and like fighting fantastical monsters and crap within dungeons. Not Muse Dash. No. Not Muse Dash. Like, you're inside of a fantastical world and you're Necro Dancer. That's it. Thank you. That one. They announced the release date for something involving with a Legend of Zelda add-on for it. And that they're also going to be selling a bundle of the base game and that add-on if you haven't bought the base game. That's... Hey, man, I'm only repeating what I heard. Or what I remember. That's the sad truth. But besides that, I don't remember anything else that was announced, which was completely forgettable. But yeah, for the people who were just complaining about how that nothing was announced, and it's like, okay, there was nothing announced for you. Firstly, and the second thing too is you were putting a high standard that was never going to be met. They were not going to announce Mario remasters right now at all. If the Mario remasters do exist, I don't think we'll have an announcement for it until probably September, because the games will release November to December. And I know for a lot of people, they're going to be like, oh, but that's way
too soon, way too late to do an announcement for something like that. And it's like, not really, because given the current climate of what's going on in the world right now, I'm not going to say what that is. You guys already know what I'm about to say. The reason why I'm not saying it is because the YouTube algorithm is dumb. Because this will go on YouTube, obviously. Due to of the certain climate of the world, Nintendo, according to them, they can't do proper Nintendo Directs. I call BS, but if they don't want to do it, then I'm not gonna force them. It's on them. No, they still do, surprisingly. What was I saying? What was I saying? Oh yeah, so they YouTube doesn't know what it cares about anymore. No, that's true. But due to of the current climate of the world, they use that as the excuse for not doing a proper Nintendo Direct, which is fine, which is whatever. And they're only realistically doing it via YouTube and Twitter. But the thing is, the reason why I think they will do the same, the reason why I think that they will do a last-minute announcement of the remasters is because due to the fact of how that they're just remasters, they're not the next installments for the Mario franchise, or just any first-party Nintendo game in general. If it's not a big major next installment and it's just a remake or remaster, that doesn't need huge long coverage for marketing. It realistically doesn't. But to even prove that point even more, Paper Mario, which I know people like to put Paper Mario on its own level, but they realistically can't, because Paper Mario by the end of the day is technically a small fan-based spin-off series. And that's why we got a trailer literally only 2 months ago. So, for the Mario remasters, I personally see them talking about them, if they are real, probably by September, if I would have to guess. The only thing I want right now is Game Freak and Pokemon Company going like, hey, so this is what you're going to be able to do in the Crown Tundra, but I don't think they're ever going to do that, because I think the Crown Tundra is exactly what they have been freaking marketing. I think we've already seen everything of what the Crown Tundra is actually offering for Sword and Shield. I don't think there's anything new. And if that's the case, it's kind of make me going to go ballistic, because again, the game itself just needs more content. It really does. Because the Isle of Armor just really blows, in my opinion. Like it's a beautiful, fun little place to go to and traverse around. I would say when it comes to raid battles, it's so much better compared to the actual wild area. But besides that, the Isle of Armor doesn't really offer much of anything. So, those are my thoughts. Essentially, those are my thoughts. It offers you the chance to find 150 Diglett. Yeah, that's so captivating. That's so captivating, isn't it? 10 out of 10. Game of the year. Like, oh man. This year just really sucks for video games, though. Like, it's so scarce. I have about 40 left to find. Personally, I don't even remember how many I need left to find. And I already know what happens when you find all of them, and I just don't think it's a good enough reward. Like, you're using literally so much time to find them. And the last reward for it's just dumb. I am close to finishing the Pokédex, though, for the Isle of Armor. I just haven't done it yet. Maybe that's... Maybe that's one stream I'll do, is, like, try to complete the Isle of Armor Pokédex. I don't know. Oh, speaking of Saturday. Yo, real gamer girl. Sorry, girl gamer. Are you doing anything on Saturday? No? I'm wanting to see if my computer will actually be able to survive if I do it, which I highly doubt it will. But would you be into playing Civ 6 on Saturday with me and Chase, and then I could live stream that? Yeah, cool. Again, I don't know if my computer will survive to do that. I just have to, like, actually test it out and see if it would. It probably would be able to, but it would just be like either the game is going to be very bad and dipping in frames, or the stream itself will just not survive. I'll try to get homework done by then. Shouldn't be too hard. Okay, cool. Streamlabs right now is making my CPU go up to 75% at average. I think Civ 6 is more of a... Jeez. I really need newer parts for a computer, but I don't have a job. I don't have money. I can't upgrade anything. And it sucks because to get it to where I ideally want it, I technically have to get a new motherboard. Technically. That, and I just need to learn more about computers in general. I will say this, though. I'm going to try my best to acquire a VR headset and do so many VR chat streams, because I know a lot of people put a negative connotation on VR chat, but I just have fun being in VR chat. Well, like, even if there is, like, very weird and toxic people in there, just the interactions are fun. Plus the avatars that you can find too. The freaking avatar community for VR chat is absolutely amazing. Boop. 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 And then... How long have I been doing this for? Holy jeez. I feel like I've been doing this forever. Boop. 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 Here, give me 1 second. I gotta look at my computer. Okay, I'm back. Boop. 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 Oh, I needed to drink more water. God, I just want to play Pokemon, but I don't like Sword and Shield. Dude, that's how I feel every day. I know one day I like, well, sorry, not one day. I know there's like a whole dedicated month I really want to play ROM hack games. Because ROM hack, there are some really good ROM hacks out there. There really are. Oop. Then, okay, I think this is gonna be like the last column that I do for this. And the trees that I have, I'm gonna plant them down so that I can open up more space in my pockets. I still think Sword and Shield is better than people make it out to be. And I want to agree, but I disagree. For me, Gen 8 will 100% be, and I'm not exaggerating this. This is just how I personally feel. Sword and Shield will be the most forgettable generation for me. I'm not saying for people in general, but for me, it's going to be the most forgettable. Oh, duh. I'm a dum-dum. Give me a second. Oop. Oh, no, that's not what I meant. See, that's the thing. Like, I feel like that's not what I meant to do. God damn it. That's the thing. Gen 7, I had some pretty good memories in Gen 7. But in Gen 8, the only memories I've had is just playing Pokemon competitively, and that's pretty much it. The actual experience itself is just very forgettable. See, I think X and Y is a good example of a Pokemon game that is much better than what people make it out to be. Okay. And that's not what I meant. There we go. Maybe I'll play through that again. I don't feel like going into my I know that you're not telling me to play it, but as much as I want to play it again, I don't want to go into my storage unit and go through a ton of boxes to play it again. I don't really like the X and Y starters either, to be honest. See, X and Y starters, the grass one, the first stage was okay. I liked it at first. Then the second stage was just like, and then the third stage was better than the second stage, but the line as a whole was just kind of meh. And then for the Firefox, I'm worried forgetting the name of it. Fennekin? That's it. It's Fennekin. Hey, Sinatra, thank you for coming. When it comes to the fire starter for X and Y, I generally like the line. The whole line for the design. I just like the second stage more than the third. I feel like the third could have been a little bit more creative into its dual typing, but sadly that's not the case. And then of course you guys know me. I've said time and time again that my favorite starter line in general is Froakie, which I know a certain someone here doesn't like Froakie, which is fine. But your favorite starters are probably Gen 4. I would say my favorite starters for a generation was probably definitely not Gen 2. As much as I like Gen 2, it's definitely not Gen 2. It's not Gen 1, not because I'm a Gen 1 hater and I have a burnout for it. It's just I don't like. Let's see. I don't like 5. I'm sorry, I can't. I don't like 2. Like, the only thing that I like for 2 is Totodile. Just the first stage of Totodile, that's it. And then for Cyndaquil, I love that whole line, and that's realistically it. I don't like Chikorita at all. And let's see. I would say my favorite starters would have to be Gen 3, to be completely honest. And I'm not saying that because Gen 3 is my favorite generation as a whole. I'm just saying that because those are the type of designs that I prefer. For not only starters but for Pokemon in general. Plus the designs for all 3 lines. I love all 3 of them. I just love all 3 of them. He only learns 1 water by level up, but he got the big jumpers. God, Totodile. Totodile is like, I do like Croconaw as a design. I just like the first stage more. And for Alligator, I love the name. The design itself is just Water gun. That's the only water move he learns. Let's see. How many... Wait a minute. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 by 6, is that how big? How big Nook's Cranny is? Crap, I don't. You want more coffee? I'm sorry, dog. Why not just go and get some more coffee? Give me 1 second. I'm trying to open up Google Chrome because I don't know if I'm counting it right. I just need to know if I'm counting the right amount of squares for Nook's Cranny, and I also need, and of course I need to know it for here as well, for the clothing store. I know this is definitely 2. You only have 3 cups. He's got to cut back. For what reason? Did something happen? Nook's Cranny is 7 by 4. Wait, that's 4? There's no way this is 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, actually no, I think it is 4. Welp. And then Able Sisters is 5 by 4. Okay, so long ways. I got that right. They're both the same. This is different. Okay, so 5 by 4 and 7 by 4. Reason why I'm trying to figure that out is so that I can get an idea of how I want to properly place these stores. Let's do a tile here. 2, See, that doesn't look like 4. That looks way too long. Is the internet correct? Is this 4? No, it does look the same size. I don't know anymore. I just don't know. So 1, 2, 3. 5. Does that look correct? I don't know. I'm still learning how to count squares in freaking Animal Crossing. 3 than the space that has to be free in front. Okay. That makes more sense. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This looks about right? Or it's one more square down. Does this look right? Wait a minute. Stop! You violated the law. There we go. Or I just curve it. That works too. No! Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that looks about right for the clothing store, right? Stop! I hate it when it does that! This! Right here. There. This looks about right for this store, right? This looks like 5 by 4. Sure. And then let's do... And then 1, a 2, a 3. There we go. Yeah, that looks about right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe, I don't know. That looks a bit right, maybe. Stop! I hate it when it does that. There. Jeez. Oh, boy. Yeah, I think this is exactly how I want the layout to be for the stores. 100%. This already looks a lot better. And then once the stores move, maybe this level I'm on could be pushed more forward. Okay, I'm already liking how this is looking. I don't know how you guys feel, but... And boop. Boop again. Dory May. Yeah, I already like how this is looking. I might want to get rid of this ramp, actually. So what do you guys think about Nook's Cranny being here, then the Able Sisters being here? I'll be able to walk back through the back, but of course I'll put something here in the middle to be more decorative. And then, yeah. I'm already liking this a lot better. Because the way it was before, and I'm so glad you guys didn't see it, but the way it was before, it was just not good. I don't have a great sense of design, though. I mean, that's what you think. But maybe you do, and you are just not aware of it. Do you know what would be a very smart idea for me to do? It would be very smart for me to grab all of my fruit and sell them to get more bells. I'm going to do that. Except for the apples. I'm not going to sell the apples. I need those. Because apples is my native fruit. Which I only have one tree for. But yeah, I should definitely grab all of my fruit and sell it. Because bells. I need bells. I'm going to play games, so I won't be in chat. But I will be listening. Well, thank you for being as active as you were. Because I feel like we had a great conversation about Pokemon for the billionth time. We're always having playful talks about Pokemon. Let's start up here. Doryman. Da 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 da. I don't think this stream will go to the scheduled 8 p.m. and probably end earlier, more on the side of 7:30, maybe. You know what would be a good game to stream? Team Sonic Racing. Wow, I love how you say that 2 days after I delete it off my computer. Thanks. And the only reason why I deleted it off my computer was because we haven't played it in a while, so I was like, I need to free up space, so I'm gonna delete it. Low-key, though, Team Sonic Racing is just... chef's kiss. And then... boop. Speaking of kart games, do you think there would be a Mario Kart 9 anytime soon? It's too good for a Sonic game. Dude, you're right. I feel like we're getting close to a announcement for a Mario Kart 9. But at the same time, I don't know. I give MK9 a couple more years. Yeah. I'm personally thinking it's probably going to be like a second to last year on the lifespan of the current Switch. And what I mean by current Switch, I think they're going to keep continuing the Switch line, but like improve it with each installment, kind of like the 3DS. Which I personally think would be a smart idea for them to do. Switch 2. Switch 3. No. You have to go by their very iconic naming. There's the Switch, and then the new Switch, and then the new Switch, and then the brand new Switch. Switch 360. And wait, we're gonna have the 3D Switch. Wait, the 3DS. But that's one thing Nintendo has already confirmed. Crap. They said if they... Sorry. They said because of how much of a success that the Switch has been, and that people love it, which is just the truth. And just Nintendo themselves are having fun with the Switch. They're already talking about that for their early concept and design plans for their next gen console. It's probably just got to be a continuation of the Switch, which I would have no problem with personally. It just makes sense. Xbox's naming system is garbage. It really is. Like, I love the Xbox 360 name. Like, I don't know why, just about it. I'm just like Xbox 360 and it rolls off the tongue. But then that's when they did the Xbox One, and I'm just like, I already hate it because it's already confusing of, oh, is this the first Xbox or the new Xbox One? And then they do the Xbox One S, which, to be honest, I don't even know what the hell the S was supposed to mean. Then there's the Xbox One X, and I just sat there and I'm just like, why? And then now there's the Xbox Series X, and it's just even further why. Like, they were literally just better keeping the name of the Xbox Series X to Xbox Scarlet. If they stay with the naming system, we could have gotten the 720. Dude, I would have... Dude, I mean, that's the thing. When the rumors for the next-gen Xbox console during the 360 years was Xbox 720, I was down for it. I was 100% down for it. But then they were just like, nope, it's Xbox One. And it's like, okay. But again, they were just better off using the code name for the Series X, the official name for the next gen Xbox, the Scarlet. Scorpion. No, wasn't the... Yeah, it was Scarlet. I thought Scorpion was for the Xbox One X. I don't remember now. Freaking Xbox has just like completely ruined the naming convention for their systems. I don't pay attention to that. And then there's PlayStation. Just a simple PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I remember when, and it wasn't that many, but there were like a handful of gaming journalists who are like, rumors are that the PlayStation 5 is not going to be called the PlayStation 5. And it's like, no, it's going to be called the PlayStation 5. Like, don't even try. I just don't really remember who did those articles. At least we don't have the Dreamcast naming system anymore. Low-key, I kind of miss the Dreamcast. I really do. Hey, at least we don't have the naming convention for frickin' Atari anymore. Like, their naming system was just off the walls. Oh, I should sell these. And then continue picking the rest. Did you know the Dreamcast 2 was this thing? Yes. Yes, I did, actually. Surprisingly enough. Boop. And then I want to sell. Of course, what exactly are you offering? Offering. Boop, 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 boop. sell all the fruit. 94,500. Not too shabby. Yo, exactly 439 bells.
Sorry, I was actually thinking of the Sega Master System 2.
Oh, okay. I thought the next Dreamcast was supposed to be called Dreamcast 2, though. I mean, at least that's how I remember it.
The Master System 2 is just a console. No one remembers. Okay.
Fair. That's fair.
Ooh.
I'm running.
I think it may also have released in America.
All I know is that the last Atari system was called Jaguar, which sounded really freaking cool. The Atari Jaguar. And there's only one person I know in the entire world who's still... Now, I'm not saying that there are not other people in the world who have it, but I know one person who has it. That has the Atari Jaguar. Like, the original box and everything. And I'm just like, look at this champ.
Who? He's a British YouTuber.
Oh, okay.
And then shake that tree.
I need to sell all my... I was about to say fruit. I gotta sell all my fruit. And then... fruit. And guess what? With that, I'm officially the only person in this apartment now. Because I know my buddy Xavier went to work, and I don't know where Ben is going. If I would have to guess, work. But if not, probably to do something. But now it's all quiet.
He also has a book called Terrible Old Games You've Probably Never Played.
Huh. Interesting. I'm assuming it's a book talking about terrible games that people have probably never played. If I would have to guess based off of the naming convention. Oh look! I'm learning how to make a wooden stool. Let's see what it looks like. That's a wooden stool! Time to collect coconuts. How'd you guess? I don't know. Like, I just had to use my analytical skills to try to figure that one out. Have you ever read the book before? Ooh, I need that shell. Ugh. I'm not gonna sell it. I'm gonna keep. Okay. Boop. No. I bet you if I just YouTube it, I bet you there's someone who's put the whole list on YouTube or something. Maybe. I wouldn't doubt it. What's up with a lot of YouTubers releasing books? I'm just now realizing that there are a lot of YouTubers who are just writing books now. I see a balloon. I see a balloon. I see a balloon. Where that dough? Oh, there it is. Let's see what I got. A coffee cup.
Books are easy money.
I mean, that's true, but that's also false. Like, if you have paid professionals to market your book, then yes, you're gotta at a small level, you'll make a profit. Not a big one, but one nonetheless. But if you do it yourself, you will have to treat it like a full-time job.
People will, but it's just because it has your name on it. That's true. And he made a YouTube movie called The Ashens in the Game Child.
Interesting. That's very interesting. Well, me and the boys that I know, we're all trying to have a goal of...
I don't think it's actually on YouTube anymore, though.
Oh, dang. Me and my boys have a goal to get a house, hopefully, at minimum next year, late next year. And then, we will all live in it and use it as a space to obviously not... to not just live, but to also work on what we want to work on. So for my case, what I'm doing now, for my friend Mikey, what he's doing, which is also Twitch and YouTube. For Xavier, he likes to he wants to do skits and all that. Blah blah blah, etc. etc. So hopefully we can get that going, and then maybe we can write our own book. I thought you went to work, buddy. I thought you went to work, buddy. No? Just not feeling it? It's hot, it's hot. Hot stuff.
Yo, why is my phone going crazy? Oh, Lark is live streaming right now. Cool.
I know when I'm done with my live stream, I'm gonna maybe do a raid on Lark. I think you guys would like Lark. She's very adorable. I actually know her in person. And when I mean know her in person, I'm not saying that I'm friends with her. Like I would say I'm acquainted with Lark. She's very cute and wholesome. And she's really fun to watch.
The only YouTuber book I've gotten is Primitive Technologies.
Who wrote that one? I'm very confused of who wrote that one. I can only imagine. And then... Wow. Swap it. Oh! Screw it. Let's put it back for now. John Plant. Never heard of him. At some point, I'll check out both John Plant and Ashens. I was already forgetting his name. So that I can get myself more well-informed of who is in the YouTube space.
Search up Primitive Technology to find him.
Okay. That sounds good to me. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was planning to get this. Boop. Then let's go this way. and I will assess the fossil and then sell everything I have. Well, not everything, but also when watching his videos, remember turn on closed captions. He doesn't talk. Oh, okay. Thank you for that warning, because I wouldn't have known that. I definitely wouldn't have known that. Assess fossils. His community is wholesome. Oh, okay, cool. Then sounds like my kind of thing. I love wholesome communities. Give me 1 second. I'm actually going to do something on my computer really quick. Not now. You're probably going to hear something in a second. Keyword probably. Just give me 1 more second. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's Ward. Everybody watch out. Also, did you watch that video I linked you this morning? I clicked on it, but I'm already forgetting what it was. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Give me a second. Why did you paste your Twitch when I typed? Wait, what? Why did it paste your Twitch when I typed what the... I don't know. You tell me. But, hello, Ward. Hello, Ward. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see. What was... Oh, yeah, I was going to look at... wait a minute. No, okay. So, Chase, to answer your question, I saw that you sent that to me, but I haven't watched it yet. I was going to watch it at some point today, though. Actually, maybe I'll just watch it at the end of the stream, maybe. No, I'm just kidding. If it's anything pertaining to bronies, I'm not going to do that. Not because I have anything against bronies. I just don't want to touch that whole thing. Streams. Is that oh yeah, that is dabbing. You should? Okay, fine. I'll do it. At the end of the stream, I will play the video that you sent me. Oh, and react to it. That would be a fun thing. She was horse famous, apparently. What does that mean? Excuse me? Horse famous? What does that even mean? Yo, that actually has me scared. I want to sell. That's a good dab right there. I'm just hoping at some point I will get to affiliate, because if I do, I'll be trying to utilize my green screen a lot so that I can make a lot of custom emotes. That's for damn sure. And one of them will be me dabbing, because a lot of people who personally know me in real life know that I dab a lot. Even though that I probably shouldn't. Famous in the MLP community. Well, who is she? Because she does not look familiar to me at all. And I wouldn't necessarily say I was 100% in touch with the community, but I would say I was aware of a lot of people's... She made a YouTube series called Friendship is Witchcraft. Oh! Okay. I'm already forgetting her name, but I know who you're talking about. I definitely know you're talking about. Friendship is witchcraft. I always knew what that was. I just never dived into it like everyone else. Yo, I need to move this camp. I don't know where I'm gonna put this camp. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this 3rd level. Do I need a 3rd level? What should I do? I don't even know. Jenny Nicholson. Okay, well, when you say that, the name sounds familiar. But again, I don't... Interesting. Do you think I should get rid of this 3rd level? I'm kind of feeling that I should get rid of this 3rd level. I'm gonna get rid of it. I guess she... Oh, I should keep it? Okay. I think what I'll do is at least... I don't really know what I wanted to do to completely be honest. I'm gonna get rid of it. I think I'll have a 3rd level area, but just not here. Maybe somewhere else. I guess she even did it at... To be honest, I think that's actually where I think I heard the name was because of BronyCon. Because I don't know if you know this, Chase, which of course a lot of you who are watching right now will also learn. I was security at BronyCon back in 2016, and I definitely heard the name. I think it was in one of the smaller panels that year, or maybe it was in the main hall, but I just wasn't scheduled to work while it was going on. But I definitely heard the title of that series. I will say this though, I actually had a lot of fun working for BronyCon back when it was a thing. Sadly, even though that's not anymore. I thought it was 2018. I have a terrible sense of time too, to be completely honest. Give me a second. I will actually know in just a second. Friendship is witchcraft. Because I know I've heard the name somewhere, but it's been around for a while, dude. It's been around since 2011. The first episode was 2011. Storage. This is what I need. I need more apples. More apples. Gosh, Applejack, you sure do love apples. But let's see. But yeah, back to the BronyCon. Ooh, I should tell this story. Oh, my security job. That's what you meant. Okay. Yeah, no, that was in 2016. Yeah, so I'm gonna tell a story of what happened when I worked at BronyCon. So, wait a minute. I'm gonna count these trees really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'll eat a whole thing. Yes, it is the Tara Strong one. So I have met Tara Strong. It was not a fun experience. I mean, you didn't necessarily ruin it. You were just giving context. But for the security job, I was positioned at the main hall every single day, which I was very fortunate, because apparently you're only in the main hall if you have experience and are well trusted, and that was my first year working BronyCon. So I think someone accidentally positioned me there. But whatever the case, I'm very fortunate that I was positioned at the main hall because I got to see a lot of awesome panels. But one of them involved having all of the main voice actresses for a Q&A, which of course there was Ashley Bell, Tara Strong, and I'm worried forgetting the rest, which I apologize for. But I was very excited to see Tara Strong because obviously I've been not a big fan, but I'm a fan of hers. Like she has shaped my childhood as well as I know a lot of others. And I kept being told by other employees at BronyCon, stay away from Tara. And I'm just like, why stay away from Tara? And they're just like, because she is not fun to be around with. And I'm just like personality wise, is she mean? Blah blah blah, etc., etc. And at some point, and this isn't my words, this is their words, one of them said, no, she's a bitch. And I'm like, yikes. Okay. That sucks. And then so apparently the following day when I was having my morning brief meeting, there was already mass hysteria going on over the comms. Yo, Tara's not happy, da-da-da, etc., etc. And I'm just like, what's going on? And they're like, oh, don't worry about it. The leads will take care of it. And I'm like, okay. And so later on, that's when we have the big panel, the Q&A session with all of the voice actors. And apparently what Tara was going on about was that she said that on the contract for the panels that she's in, she's allowed to say if there are no cameras in that panel. Which, if that's the case, that's the case. But from what I understood, they never actually agreed to that. From what I understood from the leads, there was nothing in her contract that said that there wouldn't be any cameras in the panels that she participated in. So meaning there were allowed to be cameras in her panels. But of course they told me not to worry about it, so I didn't know that was the problem. And there was, I would say, 3 people who had cameras. That's it. Just 3 people. And it's not like they were annoying about it. They were actually very quiet, away from the rest of the audience, very far away from the stage, of course. And yeah, that's it. And after the panel ended, we were trying to get people out. I was trying to clear the back. And in the back, I see Tara, who was wearing a beautiful blue dress. And when I mean a dress, I don't mean like a big fancy dress. It was more in the lines of like a comfortable summer walking in heat dress. Either way, a very beautiful dress. And she decides to get on me about how there were cameras. And all I did was say, hey, I wasn't informed about that. Jenny says in her video that she's a nice person. She might be really tough on employees and very serious about the panels or something. Yeah, probably. But to be honest, I've seen other videos of her not involved with employees, and she still acts a little eh. I've noticed that she's nice whenever it comes to to kids and more charitable stuff. But based off of things that I've offhandedly seen, that's not the case. I don't know. It's a very weird thing. But all I know is that I didn't like her approach. Because all I said was I didn't know that. I wasn't informed. I was told to not worry about what was going on. J-Scopes Gaming, thank you for following. I love you, man. Or girl. I love you. Either way. Thank you for following and permitting some entertainment into your life. What is up? Just playing some Animal Crossing, and I'm telling my story about Tara Strong because I met Tara Strong back at BronyCon back in 2016. But yeah, the way that she was approaching me was just not cool. And then that was when I decided to. So that was before when I decided to work on my anger problems. So when she decided to push too far, that's when I exploded on her. And literally over the comms, I hear, "Hey, can someone come up to the main hall because Turtle, which of course that's my code name within the security team, because Turtle and Tara Strong are going at it." And then so that's when my lead for my group was waiting for, I forget which lead it was. It wasn't the top dog, but like it was like the top dog's right hand man. And he showed up, and then he's like, "Hey, Turtle, I'll take care of this. Just make sure that the people in line for the next panel are all good and set." And I'm like, "Okay." And I left. And I don't know what he said in that conversation with Tara, but all I know was he came to me later on and he said, "Hey, you can't act like that. And if you do it again, we will have to basically not let you work." And I'm just like, okay. And then he also said, "By the way, I know the whole situation that went on, and don't worry, it's not your fault. It's just Tara being Tara, and there was realistically nothing wrong until you acted the way you acted." And I'm like, "Okay, I got it, sir." And then like for the rest of the convention, I didn't necessarily lay my head down. I just focused on doing my job. But then the panel that night actually had Ashley Bell, the girl who was the voice for Apple Bloom, and I forget the 2 or 3 other people that were a part of it, but they were basically playing a game on stage, and it was very fun and entertaining. But dude, freaking Ashley Bell, she's a gem. I love her to death. She was not only hysterical during that panel, but at some point when I walked into her at the back, I was like, by the way, I like your work, I love your performance, and you're just awesome, so thank you." And then there's just like, "No, thank you for being here and making sure that we're all safe." And I'm like, "Oh, Ashley, thank you." So I loved Ashley Bell. He was absolutely fantastic. But freaking Tara Strong was just such a big kick to the nuts. It really was. And I'm actually going to go on the same path about meeting voice actors at conventions topic. One interaction that definitely just made me not care about the whole Tara Strong thing altogether was meeting Brittany Karbowski. And for those of you who do not know who Brittany Karbowski is, she is a dub voice actress when it comes to the anime community, mainly for Funimation. I know her from Heaven's Lost Property because she voices Icarus, and for Yamada's First Time, being the main character Yamada, but she also voice acts the slime from from that slime isekai show, which I've never watched, which I know eventually at some point I will. But either way, she actually has like a reputable list of work she's done. I met her twice in under 4 months, and the only thing I cared about the first time, knowing that she was at the same convention I was at. I don't know the name, but she voices the slime from that one show. From that one show. But the first time I met her, I was so looking forward to it because again, she voices my waifu, which is Icarus from Heaven's Lost Property. And I was that be he. I don't know. I know she's in the slime anime, but I thought she voiced the slime. I thought. But yeah, like I was super excited, but at the same time I was trying to get my excitement down because due to the whole Tara Strong thing. But then that's when I actually met Brittany, and it was so awesome. She actually talked to me for, I think it was like a whole 15, 20 minutes. And she gave me a big hug and was just... the best way to describe Brittany Karbowski, she is just a small, tiny woman with so much positive... what's the word? Energy. Thank you. That's it. It's energy. Sorry. And she's absolutely a doll. I love her. And then when I learned that I was going to be able to meet her for a second time, and like literally only 4 months later, that just made me super excited. And she actually remembered me, surprisingly. While I was in line, she was talking to some other fans within the line, the ones that approached her, and she was talking about ghost stories. Fantastic show, at least for the dub. She was talking about ghost stories because she referenced a line from it, and the people obviously didn't know what the hell she was talking about. And not just that, she actually had a few lines in that show, surprisingly enough. And because since those people didn't know what she was referencing, that's when she was looking into the line, and then she saw me, and she said, "Have you seen Ghost Stories?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah, it's like the funniest shit ever." And then she's like, "Yeah, remember when they did blah, 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 blah?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then that's when I quoted something. I just don't remember what the moment was that we were referencing, but I quoted it back. And then that's when I walked up to her, and she's like, "By the way, thank you for going with what I was doing with Ghost Stories." And I'm like, "Oh no, it's all good." And she's like, "I met you before, right?" And I'm like, "Yes, it was at blah 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 4 months ago." And she's like, "I knew I remembered you." And I'm like, "Thank you." I still need to actually watch Ghost Stories. Dude, Ghost Stories dub is just... I'm gonna do another chef's kiss. God, I love the Ghost Stories dub. It's so good. But yeah, those are basically my stories. So I'm happy that I was able to share them. That's for sure. And do that. Boop. Oh, dang it. I will have to pay to get rid of this incline and this other incline over here. I'm going to pay to get rid of that one incline really quick, actually. Let's go all the way down to Town Hall. Boop. Oh, looks like Girlfriend Reviews is playing Halo 3. That's cool. Let's actually get all of this. And I'll sell it. Oh no, my pockets are full. No! That's fine. So, let me actually get 50 Nook points, even though I don't need it. There we go. Oh, actually, I should probably check what's in the special goods. I don't have that one, so I'll purchase that. I already have that. Outdoor sandals. That's actually some nice pair of sandals. Camping cot. Cool. Okay. So let's pay to get rid of that incline, because I don't need it anymore. Yo, Tom. What up, my boy? Are you ready to take some more money from me? Hello. Let's talk infrastructure. Is that it? What do you have in mind? Bridges and inclines. There we go. How can I help you? Let's demolish something. Oh, demolish? It comes down to bridges or inclines. Okay. Oh, wow, that's the very first one. Yep. Let's get rid of that. Of course. 10,000. Oh, I keep forgetting that they have the no as the first option. Give me 1 second. Just bear with me. Let's talk infrastructure again. I don't know if J Scopes Gaming is still here, but if you are, how are you? How is your Thursday? I was about to say Wednesday. Thursday. And then, let's see, it comes down to bridges or inclines. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Now I'll carefully watch and pay attention. Are you sure about this? Demolish! Demolish! Okay. And I'm gonna sell all the stuff that I picked up from that little recycle bin. I think it's a recycle bin. And then let's run all the way up here. Whee! What am I doing? I just said I was gonna sell the stuff, and all I did was run past the freaking store. Oh my gosh. Okay. I want to sell. There we go. And then... Oh, nope. Not that. Don't sell that. I need that. I will say this, though. For the people who are watching now and they can't watch the rest of the stream and need to go now or something. Either way, it's just a general thing for me to say. It typically takes me the next day to get the VOD of the stream onto YouTube. That's another thing too. I would be very appreciative if you went to my YouTube, which is actually linked on the profile, and subscribe so that you can watch some content that I make once I make it. Just haven't made it yet. Eventually I will. I promise. Scout's honor. That's another thing too. And for those of you who are watching this on YouTube, same thing. Please subscribe. That would be very much appreciative. Boop, boop, and boop. I personally think I've done a lot for today. A lot more than I thought I would. And that makes me happy. Because I know I was talking at first that I just wasn't really fully looking into it, but I think the awesome conversations and and also doing this at the same time really helped. So. Oop. Oop. I know once I get rid of as much as I can of this 3rd level, I will remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks, Chase. Thanks, my dude. Doing that job for me. Yeah, well, once I get rid of this this half of the 3rd level, I'm gonna pay to move the clothing store to up here. I think I will keep it at this position. I'll just push this more forward. And then I think I will put some either decorative stuff or maybe some houses in the back of this. I haven't fully decided. But I think the positions of where I want the clothing store and Nook's Cranny to be are good spots. Oh, it looks like there's something in the water right now. Oh, apparently they've adjusted the wishing stars in the game. Apparently they changed it where that if you have Celeste spawn on your island, regardless of weather, there is going to be a meteor shower, which I find very interesting. Sign up there. Okay, cool. Oh, I think I'll purchase more of these, they're not windmills, but you know what I'm talking about. I think I'll purchase more of these and put more back here, because I really do like that. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. It's just amazing to see what people have been able to do in this game. Like, people are just so creative. Like, for example, I forget his name, but they put Deal or No Deal into Animal Crossing, and when they first started it, I was like addicted. I would wait for the next video and watch it. I miss the Deal or No Deal. That was actually a pretty good game show. Okay, so I got rid of all of that, so I'm gonna go pay for the Able Sisters to relocate really quick, which I think that costs 50,000 if I remember correctly. I don't even remember correctly. I just moved past the town hall. That's not good. Ooh. Okay, Tom Nook, I'm here to give you more money. Come here. Oh, he's like, oh. Let's talk infrastructure again. Layout changes. Excellent. Which building are you wanting to move? The tailor's. The tailor shop. Yep, 50,000. I knew it was super expensive. What's next? They want my left kidney? Like, why did I say my left kidney? My kidney in general. What do you think about Gingero's suggestion to move your shop? That sounds fine by me. I'm sure Mrs. Sable will be happy wherever you pick. Alright, now take this frickin' tent. Well, not tent. A kit. It's a kit. That's the word. They just have it in the shape of a tent. Not an actual tent, but like I'm talking about a rolled up tent. You know what? I'm just gonna continue forward. And then let's go over here. Okay. Oh, I can move a bit more forward. Boop. Yas. Let me imagine it. Yo, that looks good. I am gonna do this though. I know what I'm doing right now looks like it makes no sense, but it will in just a second. Oh no. There we go. Do that. Then do that. Then do that. Okay. One step back. Let me imagine it. Oh, there was no point in doing that. Okay, that's fine. Right there is good. Cool. Let's fill these back up. Get rid of that. And okay, that's not what I meant. There we go. And yeah, I think we've made a lot of progress today. So this is what I'll do. I'll save the game for now. I'm gonna switch to the camera, and we're gonna watch what Chase sent me before we end the stream. And when the stream ends, bear with me. I want to raid Lark. Because I've never raided before, and I think Lark would be a good first person for me to raid. Just give me 1 second, just trying to get everything set up here. Copy link. Oh, it's an hour-long video? Okay, that part I didn't know. That part I wish I knew. But now you tell me that? I see how it is, Chase. Then I think what I'm going to do is... Here, actually, just give me 1 second. How...
Okay. Before I raid Lark, I want to say thank you to everyone for their time. Sorry. Lark. Okay. But yeah, I just really I just really want to thank everyone's time for watching. This stream was a lot better than what I expected it to be, because I thought it was gonna be like mundane and boring, watching someone trying to do whatever on the Animal Crossing. But for those who are tuning in on stream, I hope you tune in this Saturday. This Saturday is hopefully going to be Civ 6. Hopefully, I'm going to do some testing for that before making that a final decision. If not Civ 6, then we will see what I'll do on Saturday. Maybe possibly trying to 100% Paper Mario, because I really want to try to 100% that. And for those of you who are watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. For those of you on Twitch, thank you for following. If you followed today, which today is Zai and J-Scopes, thank you so much. And for those who are watching and haven't followed, if you want to follow, please do. I would very much appreciate it. I love you. And I'll see all of you guys on Saturday. I'm going to raid Lark.